Program complete. Auto-engage time sequence synchronized.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the episode of Jamie Plays with me, Jamie. Today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and we are going to start Sector 3 today. So I'm going to say, let's go to Profile 1, that's the one that I'm playing on Steam. I'm going to say restart sector, but I actually haven't started it, it's just to make sure that everything loads up again, and so we get to see the cutscene and all of that, so let's dive in.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. The crew's persistent capacity for adaptation under the sustained pressure of the Kazon Nistrum threat is exemplary. This unexpected resilience offers crucial protection against the ongoing threat of Cullen and Seska, a protection rendered necessary by my own deficiency. My oversight in identifying Seska's treachery was a significant operational failure. I tendered my resignation as Chief of Security to the Captain. It was refused repeatedly, an illogical decision I attribute to her evident emotional bias. Supplemental. Sensors detected an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The Captain intends to investigate, classifying the potential hazard as a welcome diversion. The human capacity for welcoming variables of unknown origin and potential threat remains to me an inexplicable phenomenon.
Okay, so we are now a couple of weeks after, what's happened. We can switch between Tuvok and Tom Paris, so I will do that as well.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Seska, huh? Wasn't that a neat little surprise? Undercover agent running off with an intergalactic thug with bad hair and anger management issues? All we need now is a dashing hero to sweep in and save the day. A dashing hero that saves the day. No, seriously though. We've been playing cat and mouse with these Kazon for ages, and Cullen is nothing if not persistent. But we all know Seska's really the one pulling his strings. Give credit where it's due, she's good. Evil, but good. What's actually surprising is how well the crew's holding it together. No Starfleet versus Maquis brawl in the mess hall. Yet. Supplemental. Our sensors just picked up an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The Captain wants to investigate this welcome diversion, and that's my cue. Voyager isn't going to steer itself into its next big adventure.
Okay, so that's both Tuvok and Tom Paris. So you can
Personal
switch
log.
between those each
Personal
time,
log.
and it will start those again. So the crew grows increasingly homesick. It's more than just missing the Alpha Quadrant. There's a deep emotional weight that threatens to unravel our morale. I feel the strain in every corner of the ship. This journey tests not only our mission, but our very spirit as we press onwards into the unknown. Homesick morale -5 per cycle. So this is an extra malice that we have every time. So we are now in a very interesting sector. Let's jump to the sector view. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places that we can explore. Of course, we do have a time limit. I think after 100 cycles, we then start having kind of that increased malice again of like, what are we still doing here? We need to continue on. So we also need to be a bit worried because, of course, we're going to be finding the Kazon on and off during this sector a lot because that's the focus of this one. So what I'm going to do, let's go back to the system, and we're just going to scan all of the planets, as you should always do in the beginning. I do also want to remind myself and remind everyone else at the same time of what we were doing on our ship before we came here. So if we go to our ship, we currently have 3 crew doing nothing, and we've also got no research happening. We do have some science points for research, so what we could do, we can't repair this yet. We could in theory repair this, but I don't really think that's necessarily worthwhile. We could try to build something. We don't have any of the combat technologies yet. That might be something we could do. For our normal technology, probably building another science lab would be helpful. I'm just wondering... yeah, so I think in this playthrough, we did not get the Romulan scientist, unfortunately. So if we did have him, though, he's really great for science, so he would be great to put in the science, like an extra science lab, but we can't do that. So we have 68 uranium. We can go up to 175. We've also tritanium. There's only this tritanium here. We can also go up to 1,750 food. So what I'm thinking, let's hit 2,500. If we go like this, shipwreck, the class L planet, then the Kazon carrier, then maybe hit those two, and then continue with our story. I think want to do these ones over here. We'll have to see if we need more uranium by that point. But first, before we do any of that, I want to start looking at, let's look at combat, because we're going to have to be finding the Kazon a lot. So we can do a disruptor control room. This fires a pulse that deals high damage to shields but low damage against the hull. Each additional room increases energy threshold by +2 and weapon subsystems by health by 20. Torpedo launch bay 2, torpedo shield penetration. I haven't actually used torpedoes yet, so I'm not going to do that yet. I'm actually thinking probably something to do like shields. So reduces enemy shield penetration by 20%, or regenerative shielding. That's shield recharge rate by 20. Hull reinforcement would be great. Enhanced maneuver. Actually, basically all of these would be great. This salvage protocol will give us more rewards as well. That would be useful. However, we also need a lot more research. So I think what I'm going to do, let's do hull reinforcement to begin with. And then let's start... actually, is there anything... Do I want to do anything in the ship? So I think... crew quarters, we don't need any of those. Cargo bay, engineering office, I think we're okay there. Hydroponics bay, we're fine. Just the science lab, I'm thinking that would be decent, although I don't really have a good place to put that at the moment. For combat, we're just missing these resources. So I might actually... We've got a shield generator already here. We might be able to put another one there, although an upgrade would be nice, but we need that technology first. So you know what, I will, maybe let's leave this open for the disruptor control, and then, so let's just worry about the system. So, let's go to the shipwreck, let's try to get some more tritanium. Oh, battle stations. Something feels off, sensor show an unidentified vessel closing fast, it's an ambush. We're going to have several of these happen throughout this sector. So we've got a Kazon Raider and a Kazon Swarm Alpha. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to change Tom Paris to Chakotay. And then I think I'm going to change Harry Kim. So Bellona actually is instant shield recharge. Instantly recharges Voyager shields. I think that's going to be good. So let's say start.
What are your orders, Captain?
And then what we're going to do, we're going to attack their forward weapons.
We're going to attack the front, Captain. Great. Ability ready, Captain.
So they're going to fire and take down our shields. What I then like to do is
ability ready, Captain. Shield. Enemy shields destroyed,
Captain.
Captain.
Our shields, so we're already at 40. Let's use those as well.
An enemy is fled,
excellent.
Captain.
So we'll do basically the same thing
front,
for
Captain.
this swarm here, and yeah, we've had very little damage, which is excellent. Okay.
Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Excellent.
Ability ready, Captain.
We don't need to recharge our shields, so I'm not going to use Bellona yet. Instead, we've won. Excellent. We've had very little damage. We did get some science points, some food, and some morale from that, so that's excellent. And we got some tritanium. Excellent. Let's try... Well, we don't really need the food anymore, to be honest. You know, let's just go to get some duranium. See how that goes. And then we'll go over here. I think let's be safe about this. I don't want to lose any crew. We've only got 21 extra. I'm hoping we can get some more in this sector. I think we can get crew in most sectors. Yeah, again, let's be safe about it. I'm going to 175. Yeah, okay, so we're now at 175. That's excellent. I don't think... Oh, hold on. Bridge. Captain, if you have a moment, our supply of bioneural gel packs is finite. Building a dedicated biolab on board would allow us to synthesize new bioneural gel packs. They're required for repairing our life support systems. They're also a fundamental component for constructing and upgrading many of our internal ship rooms and modules. Establishing this lab would grant us unparalleled self-sufficiency and ensure Voyager can maintain and improve itself during our voyage home. So, fortunately we don't have a time limit on that, but what we need to do is in science. Biolab here, that's what we would have to do. I think, wait, how many more? We're going to need to get some science points before we can actually do that though. So let's go, let's finish with, or let's start this story. So let's continue down this main story path. Captain, we've reached our clouds. So let's see what this is all about. Captain, the source appears to be a Federation beacon. Federation, authenticate the signal. The code was not scheduled for implementation until stardate 48423, a month after we left Deep Space Nine. Starfleet has to be looking for us. I'm going to support optimism, because that will, I think, help with morale. Oh yeah, morale plus 100. Excellent. So let's see what this beacon's about. Let's scan it from afar. Long-range scans, Ensign. Clouds interfering with our sensor readings, Captain. Yeah, so there's nothing we can do there. But, yeah, it turns out it's Kazon. So this, we also see this in the show. We're taking fire from inside the cloud. A Kazon radar is closing at 158 Mark 9. Hail them. No response, Captain, so it's just going to be battle stations. So evasive maneuvers and return fire. Fortunately, it's just a radar this time, so we're going to stop combat
Captain?
again.
Moving to protect the front,
stuff
Captain.
there. And again, I'm going to wait for B'Elanna until our shields go down, because there's no point in recharging them before then.
Ability ready, Captain.
Now, when we get in range, let's have...
Shields critical,
Yep.
Captain.
So use
Ability
B'Elanna.
ready, Captain.
Have 2 bulk now.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Do stuff. So we do have a little bit of hull damage, so we'll repair that. So victory, excellent. And we gained, unfortunately, no science. I was hoping we would get some of the science. The swirling gases of clouds offer little warning as the Kazon vessel emerges from the haze, ramming a shuttle directly into Voyager's hull. Sparks fly, alarms blare, and the bridge crew is thrown into chaos. Through the ruptured hull, Kazon warriors swarm aboard, their motives unclear. Is this a desperate attempt to cripple Voyager, or do they have a more sinister objective? Captain, the Kazon are continuously matching our field frequency. They know our access codes. They were targeting our transporter modules. They took one when they boarded the ship. They're hailing us. Janeway, I hoped you enjoyed our little reunion. Color. The transporter module store was designed for Voyager. It's useless to you. Oh, is that so? Hello there, remember me? I might look a little different. Seska? I'm in the process of restoring my Cardassian physiology. Yes, Chakotay, I was spying on your precious Maquis the whole time. Surprised? You should have guessed. Oh, sorry, double-clicked by accident. Anyway, Janeway, I see your crew and ship are still in one piece despite your incompetence. Impressive. We're gonna stay calm and greet her. It's good to see you too, Seska. I'd love to stay and chat, but duty calls. Goodbye. Deck 4's hull integrity is critical. The Kazon shuttle has to go now. So, we could transport it out piece by piece if we had linked beaming. So if we had done Eye of the Needle, I mean, if we'd been successful at that, we would now have linked beaming. Unfortunately, we can't do that. What we can do is tow it out with one of our shuttles, or physically dislodge the shuttle, risking decompression. Let's try the shuttle, because that's 75% success rate. Ooh, success. Okay, shuttle was extracted. Now we can focus on color. Do we have a lead? The sector is teeming with phenomena that interfere with our sectors. We're blind. Forgive me, Captain, but is going after color the wisest course of action? All they've stolen is a small computer component. The capabilities of this quote-unquote small computer component extend beyond simple transport. Its potential as a weapon poses a significant threat to this sector. I know, Seska, that module is just bait. She wants us, and we're blind. We're going to go after the module because... yeah, we'll turn the tables. We have to prepare ourselves for dual threat, the Kazon and the sector. We're in the dark, so be ready for anything at all times. Long-range sensors are being jammed by this phenomena. We have to rely on short range. Scan for warp signatures, communication snippets, anything. All crew to your stations, yellow alert. So yeah, we're now at yellow alert. I'm going to go into our ship, and the first thing, or the thing that I absolutely want to do is say, assign to repair the hull. So in the system, we don't need deuterium, duranium at the moment. What we could do, let's try and go to this Kazon fighter. But I guess first I will answer maneuvers. Captain, defensive and offensive capabilities have reached optimal parameters. Voyager is now better prepared. So we need to get to a certain combat rating, and we're already there. That's basically what that means, and why it looks kind of odd. So let's go to... yeah, we don't really need duranium. I'm just wondering if there are any other events that might... so like, like we had the fight here, the shipwreck. What we could do, we might be able to get some like science if we go to various places. That's what I'm kind of hoping. Let's try, since it's on the way anyway. I think I'll skip that planet. You know, let's just leave for now. Okay, let's go to the Kazon fighter. Try to get some more titanium. Ah, Captain, sensors indicate a well-armed Kazon vessel. They're hailing us. Seems like they ran out of fuel. Our scanners are located a notable amount of tritanium aboard their ship. So we can send duranium without asking for anything in return. We can get, or we can do either of those. How high can we go? 150. So there's no point in trying to get the 125. Let's just try to offer that exchange. Oh, excellent. It works. So, and there's deuterium here and here. That's why I did that. So we can always replenish that easily. So let's go here. Captain, we've reached our destination. We're being hailed by someone on the surface. Their signature is unfamiliar. No match in our database. It's Hakonian. Let's ask Neelix about that signature. My people were at war with them for a better part of a decade. They won. Any idea what they want from you? No. So we're going to answer the hail. On screen. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. You requested to meet us. As I stated, Captain, I would like to speak to a Talaxian named called Neelix. I'm Neelix. What do you want? I'd prefer to speak with you in private. Your life may depend on it. Just say what you have to say. Who are you anyway? Forgive me. I am Dr. Jetrel. Your Captain, he's a mass murderer. He developed the Metron Cascade, a weapon of genocide. He killed my family. I'd been on Renex when the Cascade hit. I would have died with them. I don't deny it. I won't even try to apologize. I'm here to clean up the consequences of my sins. You were part of the team sent to Renex to evacuate survivors, am I correct? Several of the rescuers later developed metremia. It's a disease caused by metron radiation. It can lie dormant for years, but once it activates, the body's atomic structure undergoes fission. Let me examine you, and maybe... I'm touched by your tender concern for my health, but I'd rather swim with Krylinian eels than be examined by you. It's a simple examination. Your life may depend on it. So we can try and have Janeway convince Neelix. That would be, what, 55%? Or try and have Tess convince Neelix. That would be 70%. So let's try that. If there's something wrong with you, our time together is precious. It would break my heart to lose even a moment of it. Nope. Nope, that mass murderer won't lay a single finger on me. Now, excuse me, I don't want to look at this man any longer. Thank you for your concern, Dr. Jetrel, but as you can see, Neelix doesn't want your help. I understand. There's nothing more I can do. Farewell. Farewell, Doctor. Helm, return to our previous course. So we're not going to be able to do this mission, unfortunately. We failed that. That's not great, but it does happen. So let's get some more deuterium. Then I think we can probably just leave the system. Let's be safe about it. Let's go for you. Yep, okay. We've now got 69 cycles. So if we go back to our, the sector, I'm thinking, let's just move to the next system. Go like that. Yes, unfortunately we missed that entire, we missed that entire mission chain. That kinda sucks. Oh well. So, I think I'm gonna do the biolab at the moment. No, we can't. We need 12 more research. So we're just going to go back to our ship. New trade offer received. Captain, I'm picking up a strange energy spike. It's recent and the signature almost identical to our transporters. A possible multiple test. Analysis of the energy spike's location may yield additional data regarding color's movements. Helm, proceed with caution. This could be part of Seska's trap. So, asteroid fields. The dense cluster of celestial bodies poses a collision risk. Expect moderate damage to your ship's hull each cycle spent traversing this field. Upgrade the navigational deflector to reduce the damage taken. So, this is where you can physically see it, is where the asteroid field actually is. So, let's scan all of these. Like that. So, we could get some food. I think we're still okay for duranium, although maybe Kazon fighter, maybe we just fly there anyway to see if anything happens. Ah, but we can actually see, this is why. We could get some tritanium as well. I'm thinking, let's be safe about this and just launch the, destroy the vessel, salvage the debris. Even if we're in the orange, that wouldn't be bad. Okay, let's go get some food. Again, I'm hoping somewhere we can get science. Oh, and let's beam aboard the edible resources. And 4 crew got sick, but that's fine. So, we're now full for all of this? You know, I think let's go into the debris field. I did realize I hadn't scanned that, so I just did that. We can get science there, so let's continue this. Oh, we can get crew here. That's that. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to have a quick look at what our trade was potentially. So we can get... Ooh. So if we sell duranium, we can reduce the sector threat by 1. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say trade. So in 20 cycles, that sector threat will be reduced, which means the enemies will be much easier to fight. So, and then what we can do is just get that debris there. So, let's figure out what this is. Ensign, energy spike location ahead. Oh. Yeah, Voyager sensors detect a gruesome sight. The lifeless body of 2 Kazon adrift in the cold vacuum of space. Their eyes are wide with terror, their faces contorted in a silent scream. The crew exchanges horrified glances. Who are these unfortunate souls, and what led to their grim fate in the depths of space? Seska's already adapted that module. The Kazons are using it. An accident or an execution. Beam the bodies to sickbay. Neelix, the doctor, could use your assistance. So, Captain, the autopsy revealed a residual transporter signature. These Kazon were beamed into space alive. So we're going to ask Neelix for side information. That's what, 85% chance. Hopefully he recognizes them. He does. That's Jal Haron, the first Marja of the Kazon Relora. Sworn enemies of the Nistrum, one of the strongest Kazon sects, lots of ships, lots of warriors. An execution like this would be conceivable, given the people involved. Barbaric. What else can we find out? Yes, Captain, I picked up Culler's warp signature easily. It was like following a trail of breadcrumbs, like he wants to be found, an ambush. Culler's objective is clear, he wants Voyager. He's drawing us to him. Rather than doing him a favor, I recommend a specialized away team recover the module. It will be dangerous. I think what we're going to do, we're going to try and confront Culler with Voyager. Yeah, I want him beaten. We'll beat him with everything we have. Yeah, I think if you try and go with the away team, it can be very deadly. I think let's go down here first. Let's try and get these. Something else that I want to do, if you've noticed, we're losing 12 hull per cycle because we're in the asteroid field. So I am going to assign all of these... Oh, we can have a Maquis Raider ally. It costs 30 deuterium per cycle. We could also go for Talaxian ally, 20 food per cycle, but we don't really need these at the moment. Instead, I'm wondering, is there another place to send our third... see, we've got this available work team, but we've got one that just comes with the ship that there's nothing we can do about. So how do we assign that one also to produce, to repair our hull? Maybe main deflector, it says? Nope. Oh, also, hero, do we have a hero available? No. But we could move somebody here to have less damage. We don't really need to worry about that, so let's just move to the debris, this debris field. And we're out of it already, so that we can repair a little bit. So, salvage everything, even potentially contaminated, or we can use the tractor beam. Let's do the tractor beam. Again, I don't want to lose anyone. Let's get some deuterium, since we're here and it's right there anyway, and we've got some capacity available. Again, we're going to be safe about it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. How much more time do we need for this shuttle bay trade to go through? Oh, 18 left. So we need to spend some time doing stuff. We've got some, or we will have 2 more science points by the time we get here, and then we can do our research into the biolab. Like so. So I'm going to press, leave for now, press R. Let's do this biolab research, just to make sure we've got that set. So we can uncovered a well-hidden science station on the moon orbiting an inconspicuous planet. Despite its hidden nature, the scientists hailed us and are eager to talk. So we can ask for an exchange of scientific knowledge, or help, level 2 would be nice, or offer some of the scientists to join the crew, so we can get more crew. But I'm thinking actually science would be more useful at the moment. Yep, 40 points, excellent. Now let's go get some crew, because there's some right here. So we've encountered a small Talaxian ship that's been destroyed. Sensors indicate the crew managed to escape in a single shuttle, which is now stranded on a desolate moon with its life support failing. They're asking for rescue with no ship to return to. So we can offer them place amongst here, or we can let them use our shuttle bay and refuel before setting off home. I don't know what that would actually do, so I'm thinking, why don't we let them join our crew? Six crew joined and 100 morale. That's nice. And basically, we just need to leave, I think. Deuterium. I don't think we even need either of those. So what we're going to do, let's go to this next system. That's right here. Just like that. Because, yeah, we don't need to... While visiting every planet would be nice, we don't really have the time, unfortunately. So, let's scan everything. Go there, there. And let's scan all of this. We can get some more crew there. I'm hoping for some science. Okay, I'm thinking what we can do, let's get some tritanium and hopefully, yeah, max that out. Let's then get some more deuterium. Actually, maybe we'll go to this Class M planet first. Maybe we'll try and get some more crew as well after. We'll see, basically. So, let's go here, try and get some tritanium. And again, let's be safe. I don't want to have to worry about crew. Deuterium, we're fine for now. Let's go and get... oh, new trade offer. Ooh. Arithian aid request. Captain, we've just been hailed by the ambassador of a species called the Arithian. Their homeworld was hit by a series of severe ion storms. Infrastructure is crippled, and they've urgently asking for donations to assist the injured and begin reconstruction. What's our response? So we can be generous. We can only send one or nothing to spare. I'm going to try and be generous since we can, since we'll be able to recoup all of this within this system. Let's do that. Oh, and we got a huge boost to morale. Excellent. Not that we really needed that much, but better than nothing. Yeah, so we're going to say continue as well. We're going to figure out... Lieutenant Torres' voice is coming over the comms, sounding excited. She's discovered magnesite deposits on this planet and wants to take a closer look at this, as this magnesite could improve the stability of Voyager's warp core. So we're definitely going to do that. We're going to let her investigate the planet. So she leaves. And then, yeah, and 5 crew left with her. So, yeah, somebody else has taken her place. In 5 turns, we will then hopefully be able to see what's happened to her. No spoilers yet. But I'm going to come over here. Let's get this deuterium. Ooh, okay. So we've got the biolab research. Unfortunately, we don't have enough research yet to do anything else. But like workshop level 2 for the torpedoes would be excellent. I'm thinking against the Borg, that would be excellent. Although combat, of course, I think is what we really need to focus on right now, because we need to do a lot of combat, both here and in the upcoming sectors as well. So let us, again, be safe about it, and go like that. Yep. And then we're going to fly back to this planet to see what happened to Bellona. Okay, trade complete as well, that's excellent. So our sector is no longer as dangerous as it was. Magnesite in the planet's crust seems to be locking our sensors. What about this? Oh, but we cannot find Bellona. Revealed a puzzling anomaly. The cave system near the away team's last location has changed. The tunnel shifted, openings disappeared. No logical explanation for this geological instability. Initial scans didn't indicate any tectonic activity. Maybe they're trapped, Captain. I'd like to send down a team to investigate. Not prevent them from getting lost, Commander. Breadcrumbs, Ensign. We could deploy a customized transponders along the team's path. We may train a transporter relay in case of an emergency beam-out. So we're going to develop these transponders. So, if we go to our ship, we now need to develop these. So again, 5 cycles. So I'm thinking what we should do, let's go get this food. And then I'll fly back to that planet again, because again we need to go back there. Let's get as much edible food as possible. And for crew who have become ill, but there's not much we can do about that, because they'll be in sick bay anyway. Then let's fly back here. Captain, we've reached our destination orders. We're going to send this away team. So, a survivalist would be good here. Fortunately, we've got Chakotay. somebody else like Tuvok would probably be good because of... Yeah, we need somebody else with security, and the only person we really have for that is Tuvok. And then I'm thinking, let's also send Neelix for this diplomacy, in case we want to go that route. So, Captain, we're inside the caves, no sign of B'Elanna or the others, so use the Maquis survivalists to track them. Oh, we'll even get food. That would be excellent. So let's do that. Oh, and gold. Even better. So, Captain, we found a door behind a force field. What are your orders? We could go for you. You know what, let's try with Neelix and interfere with the signal. Excellent, so we've got some research as well. So, Captain, we entered a Vidian facility. There are guards all over the place. Orders? So I'm thinking, why don't we use, make up an explanation. Again, I want this research. Or stun them, we'd get crew, but I don't really need crew at the moment. Let's use both of you. Excellent, that's gold. And then fire at will. We can either get tritium and dilithium, or intimidate a guard, and we'd actually get more crew. Ironic. But if we do that... Yeah, we don't really need all of that, but this dilithium would be very useful. So you know what, let's do that. We don't need the morale. The crew would be nice, but we're doing okay for crew. So that worked, and they've leveled up. Doctor, is B'Elanna alright? Well, one of them is. So we've now got a Klingon B'Elanna, and we've got a human B'Elanna. How? Captain, the Vidians experimented us and they separated us. They came to the conclusion that Klingon DNA is resistant to the phage, but they needed a full-blooded Klingon for their experiments. They dared to lay their filthy hands on us. They will pay with their blood. What exactly happened down there? Captain, it's so... B'Elanna? What's happening, Doctor? Her human DNA is severely damaged. Extracting DNA from a Klingon half could stabilize her cellular culture. Reintegration might also be possible, restoring Lieutenant Taurus's genetic composition back to her old self, so to speak. However, one mistake could kill her Klingon half, and Lieutenant Taurus's body could reject the reintegration. I don't want to risk another life. I couldn't live with that. You would die for me? Courageous, but I won't accept it. We are Klingon, extract my DNA. So, if we had regenerative fusion technology, we could do that. However, and that would just merge them back together. That would be the end of that. That's it. What we could do, though, is try and extract DNA from Klingon B'Elanna. So we're going to try. Oh, and it was a success. So Lieutenant Torres' Klingon half is stable and recovering. You disregarded my wish, Captain. You willingly risk your life. I won't forget that. Courageous Captain. Had I died, I would have died with honor, giving my life for my counterpart, but I live and my life is yours, Captain. So, the extracted DNA is degrading. We don't have much time. We're going to have to try to proceed with the reintegration. Unfortunately, it's only 55% success rate. Oh, but it worked. Okay. So, she's back to her old self, at least genetically. You did this against my will. The only thing I'm grateful is my new sister. I'm honored to pledge my loyalty to you. We will face whatever challenges lie ahead together, plus 200 morale, and we've got Klingon B'Elanna as an officer now, as a hero. So, return course to the Alpha Quadrant. So, if we look at our heroes, we've now got Klingon B'Elanna, who's good with engineering and also with security. So that's excellent. So what we could do, I'm thinking, yeah, we need engineering here. -2 damage per cycle from phenomena. Let's do that. Excellent. So I'm thinking this is a good time... Oh, hold on. Before I end this episode, let's set to build. Technology, we've got this new biolab, and it needs 3 across, so unfortunately we're going to have to put it here, but that's fine. So we are now building the biolab, and in 7 cycles that will be finished. So I'm thinking this is a good place for me to end this episode. In the next part we'll continue with this system, and then we'll continue on move to other systems, and finish up with Sector 3. So I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, definitely please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for an episode of Jamie Plays. Bye for now.